people lost their lives in Bride of Frankenstein. 4 males, 3 females, 1 male monster, and 1 female monster. With a running time of 75 minutes, that give us a lives lost rate of 1 death every 8.33 minutes. The Great Axe goes to Dr. Primarius, Frankenstein Monster, and the Bride of Frankenstein. All 3 deaths, the final explosion it's actually the film climax. It's actually amazed me and play out so well. And honestly, this actually does amaze me. And the death is amazing death. I actually give it the Great Axe of Execution because the death is amazing. The Whippy Axe goes to Frida. We actually never see her actually die, but she still die. We actually still found her dead. So it's actually the weakest and most impactful. That's it. Bride of Frankenstein released in 1935 and followed by Son of Frankenstein. Next up is Tucker Down versus Evil. And also get ready for your moonshine and get ready for the rabies because I'm actually doing Primate. The movie begins with an old-time Universal logo. Then Carl Lemon present Profoff in a title card, Bride of Frankenstein. The intro is a gothic vibe. Then we actually in Frankenstein, the windmill. And we watch just that it's actually Lord. It's actually it's actually a castle, and it's actually Lord Byron, who actually with Mr. and Mrs. Mary Shelley. Mary's writing about Frankenstein. But Mary refused to publish the book that emulate the God that she made it. She tells what happened after the last film. She hurt herself and she done. And she need to finish the story. And she picked up what happened after the last film. But the monster is dead and Harry's dead. But the fire did burn out and Harry is dead. Or so we thought. Hans, who is actually Maria's father from the original, want to avenge the monster who actually and make sure he's really dead, but the monster is alive. And Hans drowns. The monster actually drowns him, like Maria in the original. But it's not an actual drowning, it's actually a real drowning. At 9 minutes and 6 seconds. The monster climbs out, and Hans' wife tries to help, but the monster grabs her and tosses her down, and down the well and snap her neck at 9 minutes and 36 seconds. Uh, behind the scene, behind the death, Reginald Barrow that played Hans, the scene was shot with moving light and water effects that echoed the same way. James Well used the moment that the monster evolution, no longer innocent but vengeful. The actress was uncredited, but the stunt was one of the most intense horror cinema that achieved clever edited sound. They actually use a actual dummy and design impactful without show it directly. The owl admitting rather than the Frankenstein monster, it cut to the people towards them and coming with heavy body, and many Israel and the butler say we don't believe in ghosts, and Elizabeth cry, "He's alive! He's alive!" The doctors but they will go away, and he cursed that he will actually be cursed by giving the secrets of life. Honestly, the original is dark horror, is grim, tragic, is serious. Honestly, the Bride actually makes horror, dark humor, camp, and emotional. James want to exaggerate the person and free. Honestly, in the original, the monster was mute. In this Bride, he learned to speak simple phrases and express emotion. This make him sympathetic and more human. New characters. Dr. Purser, he not in the original. He creepy theatrical scientist who pursue Henry to create the bride, and he become the real villain of the sequel. The Bride. Completely new creation and only appear for a few minutes, but icon. In the original, Henry believed to die when he actually fell off the windmill. In The Bride, he survived and become a redundant scientist again. The story continues after the first film. The original, it ends with the monster burned at the windmill. The bride, the windmill still burned. The villager checked the ruins. Hans died, and the monster escaping. The continue in a reboot. The monster is more violent and emotional. In the original, he kills or by accident or confusion. In the original, he killed with intent, and Hans and the wife, hunters, etc. But he also showed loneliness, sadness, and longing for companionship. The original ended different. The monster dies in the fire, or they think. Henry survives and gets married. Bride. The monster rejects the bride. He destroyed the lab. He let Henry and Elizabeth escape. He chose to die with with and the bride. Bigger, more visual. The original is shallow and bright, full of light, gothic set, dramatic angles, lightning storms, and equipment, and retro icon. Mary Shelley framed device. The original plot had no dialogue. The Bride opened with Mary Shelley telling the true ending of her story. The Bride herself. The original did no female monster. The Bride became the most famous character ever, even though she only appeared 3 minutes. The Bride of Frankenstein was censored. Absolutely, and censored. Okay. The reason why is because of violence, religious things, sexuality, natural creation, and anything considered blasphemous. Like the original, it is actually more censored. They actually the monster compare himself to Adam and Satan more directly as mock God, mock creation suggests that humans could replace God, and even crucified images in the forest trim. Violence reduced. Wells wanted the monster to be more brutal, censored force, short death scenes, less scream, men, no graphic imageries, and faster cuts during Hans and his deaths. The monster is supposed to kill more people, and several deaths were removed from the script. The Bride sexual intimacy were restricted. The Bride created a female mate for monster considered too suggestive censored demand. Though imitation of reproduction, no scenes of a monster touching her, no scenes of the bride being claimed, and this is why she rejects him instantly and to avoid immoral incantations. Dr. Prouty toned down. Portrayals was written as openly evil, flamboyant, and coded as queer. Coded forced well to dial back his personality, though as it remains one of the most iconic characters. The original ending was changed. Henry was supposed to die in the explosion. The monster and the bride perished together. The censors said the hero survived, so Henry escaped. Mary Shelley opened and added because of censorship. The prologue with Mary Shelley was created to justify the story, make it a moral tale, soften the story, and frame it from philosophy in the film. Bottom line, yes, Bride of Frankenstein was heavily censored. James Well used those restricted to create a more emotional monster, more stylized film, more iconic ending, and more gothic artistic tone. The censorship did the movie, it accidentally made it the legendary. There was someone knocking. It was Dr. Procurius. He looked a creepy one, and he wants to speak to Henry Frankenstein. Many took him in, and she forgot his name, and goes in and say, in Dr. Program said he looked queer, and a queer one, and Dr. Progress explained that he was booed out in the university, and he wanted to talk to him privately. He want Henry to work on an experiment, and Dr. Perez to create life again. Henry show him his lab, and Perez create the jars, bring jars out. They're little people with the queen, the king, the archbishop, the Misa, and the king escapes and try to flirt with the queen. There's also the ballerina and the mermaid, and the experiment was made with seaweed, but they're little people made with black magic. The doctor wanted Henry to make the monster's mate. The monster walks into the car to to walk to the lake to drink. He hates his reflection. He see a shepherd woman. She fall into the water, and he help her, and she terrified of her. He got misunderstood. He got shot. They bring out the bloodhouse and started hunting him. He injured, and he ran, and the monster kills one of the hunter by crushing a large rock at 28 minutes and 44 seconds. He roars by the blinded by the gunfire, and they capture him. They throw rocks at him and get to the dungeon and chain him up. The monster break free, and they shoot him again, and he tore the door, and Frida died of unknown cause at 33 minutes and 12 seconds. Behind his death, his death was not listed on Wikipedia, but clearly showed in the film that the moment was non-graphic, and the 1935 censorship rule that fast cuts and sounds without showing gore. Frida, it clearly showed that her death was actually shock and frightened and shown. He touches Frau Newman say that it's not safe here. The gypsies and the monster appears. He touched fire after being hit by the father of the gypsies. and he hears someone playing a violin, and the blind hermit, played by Augie. The hermit can't see and say, "Who is it?" And he is a stranger to you. I'm a stranger to you. He blind and come in, and the monster come in, and the blind hermit, and the actors came in, both Augie and Boris. The if I say chemistry, I meant they actually work with each other very well. And to help the monster eat, they eat together, and it time to sleep, and the monster drinks wine, and then we get friends out and have a smoke. And the old hermit, think, honestly, the monster actually hear music is good. He plays, and the hunter arrive, and they lost their way, and they actually see the monster, and the fight break out, and a fire started, and the monster cried, "Friend," and we actually meet Carl, Ludwig, and Dr. Primaris after he run to the graveyard. After the monster run to the graveyard to hid, and they're digging up a body of Madeline Epstein that died in 1899, a beloved daughter who actually is 19 years old. The monster see him, and he actually offer a drink. He actually drink, and he actually eat the cigar, and drinks liquor. He make a man like me. The criminal says a no woman. Do you know Do you know Harry Frankenstein? The monster say yes. He could do woman friend. He go to Henry house, and Minnie sent him away, but Criminals arrive anyway, and he is special in the head anyways. He going to change his mind, and he brought his own creation. He actually brought Henry's own creation, the monster. The monster say Frankenstein. He also say sit down, and he want Henry to make his mate. Criminals tell him the monster to go, and the monster obey. But he enter Elizabeth's room and take her, and Criminals kidnap her because he want Henry to leave everything to him. And the monster waits in the cave near the lab. They talk. Henry would do anything to get Elizabeth back. Back at the Frankenstein castle, they work on the creation and the accidental death. But I was actually shocked because to get the heart of the bride, Carl kidnapped a girl and cuts her heart out off screen at 59 minutes and 33 seconds. A woman being killed, the body mutilated, and the heart shown. So the entire death will happen off screen, and the audience only hear Procrea's heart excellent, and the girl was uncredited. Her death was the darkest. It reminds that Procrea's and Carl were far more monstrous than the monster. And Ludwig say the fresh one Procrea's team committed murder. It for monster now he demands they work. Henry has sleep, and now he drinks, and Dr. Procreus get the monster to fall asleep. Elizabeth death? No, Procreus have a phone-like device that could go to tell Henry. She was actually going to tell Henry where she is, but Ludwig actually covered her mouth, but Procreus want the bride now. And the original monster experiment, it almost create an artificial human brain that have to hurry. The storm is almost here, and they actually prepare. They need lightning. It going to strike. They see it and get ready to it. It time to bring her to life. They raise the bride, and Ludwig fights the monster off, but the monster throw him to his death at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 33 seconds. The bride is alive! She rejects him, and Frankenstein monster. Henry goes with Elizabeth. In the first sign of the monster, he said, "Go, be free." And he actually say to Prometheus, "We all belong dead." As the bride hisses at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 43 seconds to free Dr. Prometheus, Frankenstein monsters, and the Bride of Frankenstein die in an explosion. It ends with Harry and Elizabeth escaping the and a universal victim. Behind the scene, Ludwig was a credited assistant that quick and non-graphic, and to the pretty code use a fast cut that show the fall without impact. And all of them are actually deaths that happen with an explosion. Lost in Bride of Frankenstein? Let's find out and get to the numbers. What are you making, Doctor? Um, well, I am actually making Bride of Frankenstein. Let go! She's alive! Alive! Oh, she just kissing you. Oh, sorry about that, Rocket Boy. Let's just get to the numbers. Welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we tell you victims in horror movies, anime, TV shows, action flicks, music videos, YouTube chaos, and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty, aka Nexus. Today, I'm doing Bride of Frankenstein. This is the sequel that brings back the late director James Wells, the same visionary of between the original Frankenstein, which I actually cover in October, and The Invisible Man, which I'm actually going to cover. I will actually be covering along with the 2019 reboot. In this sequel, okay, let me actually explain. We actually have some new characters. Henry survived. The monster survives. There's another doctor that is more evil. Evil. The monster having made the monster actually smokes, drinks. He's more sympathetic in this one, and he actually talks. Honestly, Boris Karloff, who actually play William Henry Pratt, or officially known as Boris Karloff, delivered the iconic performance again. But he also played in The Mummy, which I will actually cover if anybody recommend this. The Mummy, the Mummy. And if anybody want the bride, the son, or the ghost Frankenstein, let me know. So, how many lives lost did we lost at the hand of the monster and his bride? Let's find out and get to the lives lost.